Welcome to the hottest movie review on the internet today, the A-List Review. I am your host, the Game Changer, Wes Troop. And if you've been following me over on Letterboxd, you'll know that I am participating in the 2022 Kino Lord Challenge, which TikTok, I only have 3 more entries to clock in there, so it's going to be fast and furious these next few days. But this time, the challenge has asked us to check out a slasher film, and this is one that's been on my radar for a little bit. It's a little bit different for a slasher movie. My review of the 2015 comedy horror film, The Final Girls, coming up now. Max Cartwright is a young woman grieving the loss of her mother, Amanda, who died a few years prior in a car accident. Amanda was an actress whose most famous role was for being a scream queen in the slasher flick Camp Bloodbath. One day, one of Max's friends talks her into attending a special double feature of Camp Bloodbath and its sequel. When a fire breaks out in the theater, Max and her friends literally go through the movie screen to get to safety. They end up stepping into the film of Camp Bloodbath, however, and realize they must play out the movie and fight off the film's killer, Billy, if they want to escape. So what did I think of The Final Girls? I thought it's an enjoyable comedy horror film. It's directed by Todd Strauss Skousen, who's best known for directing films such as A Very Harold and Kumar Christmas and Isn't It Romantic? The movie actually has some decent camera work, flipping it in different ways, and there are some fun things it does with graphics, such as the characters stepping over 3D titles. There are a lot of creative tributes to the genre, and the film is certainly an homage to 80s slasher flicks, including Camp Bloodbath being very similar to the Friday the 13th series, with its very Jason Voorhees-esque murderer Billy stalking the camp counselors. It's rated PG-13, which is kind of surprising, as there's no blood or gore really involved. It's alright, but I would have rather seen an R-rated version of this slasher satire. While there are some kills that lack a punch, there were some that are memorable. The film also makes fun of the tired cliches we've seen so many times in these films, such as a character falling while being chased by the killer, the characters being sucked into a black and white flashback sequence, or moving in slow motion. Much of the humor is campy, and while some jokes are eye-roll inducing, and it gets too over the top at times, there are a lot of funny moments. There are a lot of meta and in-jokes as it literally rips through the fourth wall, and a lot of the 2 generations of characters learning things from each other like what a cell phone is. It also plays with the idea and the rules of the quote-unquote final girl, and it's fun to see how the characters need to change things up as it goes along to try to escape the film. There's also some surprisingly sweet moments thrown in with Max seeing her mother again, even if it is just the character her mother portrayed, and the two have some nice heartfelt moments. There are a bit too many characters thrown in, and there's some we barely get to know other than 1 or 2 traits, so I would have liked to have seen some of them get fleshed out a little more. The cast of familiar faces includes Taissa Farmiga as Max Cartwright, the daughter of the former Scream Queen, who gets pulled into her mom's cult classic film, Malin Ackerman as Amanda Cartwright / Nancy, Max's mom who was upset for always being known as the Nancy character, Alexander Ludwig as Chris Briggs, Max's friend who has a crush on her, Adam Devine basically playing himself again as Kurt, the horny camp counselor, as well as Nina Dobrev, Aaliyah Shawkat, and Thomas Middleditch as Vicky, Gertie, and Duncan, Max's other friends who get sucked into the screen with her. The Final Girls is an entertaining slasher send-up that has some clever tricks of its own up its sleeve. Number-wise, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10, which gives it the A-list rating of Do It. Alright, well that's the show. I'll be back with another review very soon. But until then, don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube. YouTube.com/WestsideOf515. Like the show on Facebook, Facebook.com/WestTroopaList. And of course, you can follow me on the Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at WesAList. Until next time, Troop out.